What's up, guys? Scitzz coming at you from Madness Central again. Wanted to tell you a little about something. There was a thread that came up 2 days ago that had a guy talking about his brakes, what was causing the vibration and everything. And of course, we all jumped in saying bad rotor. And somebody brought it up, possibly one of the pins in the caliper sticking that actually caused the bad rotor. And I should have thought of the same because I was literally in the middle of just discovering the same problem myself on, his name's Ruben. You guys see him on Facebook as Boken Shohin on his car. We did the Aspire swap back last May, April, right before NC Stiva on his car. And when we did the junkyard calipers, I remembered fighting like crazy to get one of the pins freed up, lubed up, and moving freely. And he'd been complaining for a couple of months. I had no time to mess with his car until recently. He'd been complaining for a couple of months that it was shimmying again when you step on the brakes. And sure enough, his rotor was warped. So obviously I took it down, had it turned, and then started looking into what would cause this, because most of the stuff seemed to be working good. And I forgot to make this video before I took the old caliper in for the core charge. I took it with me so I wouldn't have to pay the core when I did it, and got him a brand new one. When you do a brake job, these pins on the caliper, every time, you should check them and make sure they can move like that. And you should, it should be able to move back and forth freely. So this one that I had that was on there, this time, freeing it up was literally, I could not do it. I mean, I chucked it in a vise, hit it with MAP gas over and over and over, vice grips on it, can't budge it, hammer it, couldn't move it, like it was stuck. And I had fought with it pretty hard the time before. I'd gotten the old pin out. I ran through there with a brush really good and just scrubbed and cleaned and cleaned, and I guess I didn't have it clean enough. There must have been more rust and corrosion in there, and I put in a different pin even, like hit it with the angle grinder, with the brush on the angle grinder, had it shiny clean, and tons of moly graphite grease, which is usually what I use on brake jobs, is engine assembly lube. I like to use it when I lubricate the pins, and I've never had a problem with it before, but when that's stuck, basically it's not adjusting with it. And I guess, the brake pads were rubbing on the rotor. He had excess brake dust on there. And it had warped the rotor. It was pretty bad. Like, it looked like ceramic pads, good ceramic pads on a cheap rotor. It was rough. It was really rough. So I went and got the new caliper came in today. And there's his turned rotor, and it's going back together here in a little bit, probably in the next 10 minutes. Get off of here, get this thing uploading, and I'd imagine by the time this gets uploaded on this slow modem, I'll probably be done with this, and moving on to a Mazda 3's wheel bearing. So yeah, that's just a quick update. I wanted Ruben to be able to see, this is what's going on with this car, and I figured I'd take a moment to tell you guys, when you're doing your brake jobs on your front brakes, make sure those pins move. On our cars, old cars, I like to take it out all the way and brush it, clean it up, re-lubricate it, make sure it's moving nice and smooth. If I've got time. I mean, there's been times where I'm in a hurry, and especially on my own vehicle, I'm just like, because there's something wrong. I recall being at Nate Jones' house, trying to zip through the job real quick because I just wanted to be able to, get back home 2 hours away. I wasn't worried about it, and yeah, he's more methodical than I am. He's like, "Aren't you gonna lube these?" Yeah, later, but we lubed them because he's much better than I am. Probably smarter too. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, but I'm taller. So that's the update. Just wanted you guys to know that. For some of you out there that don't know it. Can't say you don't know that anymore. Keep it crazy, yo.